What if your life is still being shaped, even in the broken places? Welcome to HisTime365. Today is day 235, and we're reading Jeremiah 18 through 21, where God, like a potter, reminds us that transformation is always possible when we remain in His hands. The Potter and the Clay. Lessons from Jeremiah chapters 18 through 21. Have you ever felt like you were stuck in a rut, unable to change your circumstances? In Jeremiah chapters 18 through 21, we dive deep into the themes of transformation, judgment, and hope. God uses the powerful image of a potter working with clay to illustrate His sovereignty and the potential for change in our lives. In chapter 18, God sends Jeremiah to a potter's house. There, he watches the potter's shape a vessel. If the clay becomes marred, the potter reshapes it into something new. God tells Jeremiah that he has the power to do the same with nations. If a nation turns from its wickedness, he will relent from the judgment he intended. Jeremiah 18:7-8. This image speaks volumes about God's grace and desire for us to turn back to Him, no matter how far we've strayed. As Jeremiah continues to relay God's message, he faces opposition. In chapter 19, God instructs him to buy a potter's earthen vessel and take the elders of the people to the valley of Hinnom. There he delivers a message of impending doom for Jerusalem. He tells them that their rebellion has led to their downfall. The imagery of breaking the vessel serves as a significant warning about the consequences of sin. I will make this city as a Tophet, Jeremiah 19:12, underscores the seriousness of their actions. In chapter 20, we see the toll of Jeremiah's calling. He is beaten and imprisoned for speaking God's words. It's painful to witness how he struggles with doubt and despair, yet he ultimately finds strength in God's promises. In verse 9, he declares, "But his word was in mine heart as a burning fire." This gives us a glimpse into the heart of a true prophet, one who feels deeply and yet chooses to remain faithful despite the circumstances. Finally, in chapter 21, King Zedekiah seeks Jeremiah's counsel as Babylon besieges Jerusalem. The king wants to know if God will save them. Jeremiah's response is stark and sobering. The city will fall, and those who stay will lose their lives by the sword, famine, or pestilence. However, he also offers a glimmer of hope to those who surrender to Babylon. "He that goeth out and falleth to the Chaldeans shall live," speaks of the importance of humility and obedience. As we reflect on these chapters, we see several modern applications. In our work lives, we often face pressure and challenges. Just like the clay in the potter's hands, we can choose to be molded and shaped by our experiences. A coworker who takes feedback positively is much like clay that is willing to change, growing and improving with every lesson learned. In our families, we encounter the necessity of forgiveness. Relationships can become strained, much like the marred clay. But if we approach our loved ones with humility and a willingness to be reshaped, we can restore harmony and connection. Just as God desires to mold us, we can strive to be vessels of love and grace in our families. When it comes to finances, we often feel overwhelmed by debt or financial stress. God's message to Jeremiah reminds us of the importance of stewardship. By allowing God to guide us in our financial decisions, we can reshape our financial future. Imagine a family that chooses to live within its means, making wise decisions that lead to a debt-free life. They are allowing the potter to mold their financial situation into something beautiful. Mental health is another area where we can draw parallels from Jeremiah's story. Just as Jeremiah faced despair and loneliness, many struggle with feelings of hopelessness today. It's important to recognize that God is always there, ready to reshape our hearts and minds. Seeking help, whether through a counselor or support of friends, can be a step toward healing and wholeness. In our digital lives, we must be mindful of the content we consume and the connections we make. Much like the potter shaping the clay,
We have the power to shape our digital atmosphere. By choosing to engage with uplifting content and surround ourselves with positive influences, we can create a digital atmosphere that encourages growth and transformation. In summary, Jeremiah 18 through 21 teaches us that change is possible. Whether we are feeling marred or stuck, God has the ability to reshape us and our circumstances. His grace is ever present, waiting for us to turn back to Him. Let's allow our lives to be shaped by His hands, trusting in His perfect plan. In what areas of your life do you feel resistant to change? How can you apply the lessons from Jeremiah's struggles to your own challenges? What does it mean for you to be shaped by God, like clay in the potter's hands? How can you support someone in your life who is going through a difficult time?
Thanks so much for joining me today for His Time 365. Remember, today's reading is Jeremiah 18 through 21, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Jeremiah 22 through 24, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 236. Until then, stay encouraged, and thank you for giving God His time today.